Nikhil, this has invited just so much criticism, and it's not just political, it's also about the love for Rohit Sharma, his fans, cricket lovers, former cricketers. Everyone has come out and said, listen, he is in good form, he's playing good cricket, India is doing well, and what are you talking about?
Well, Sneha, I mean, you're right. It is created a stir back home in India, but the cricketing world isn't too bothered about it because it comes from someone who doesn't clearly have too much idea about the sport as such. I mean, let's break down her statement. She says two things. One, she body shames him, calling him fat, and the other is about his captaincy. Now, the first part of that statement, of course, that's a personal opinion. But having said that, would I want to put a personal opinion like that? I may have a personal opinion about any player, and I agree that people that are in public life, they're open to opinions from all across, whether you're a film star, whether you're a cricket player in India, everyone has an opinion on you, and so did the politician in question here. So you put a personal opinion, but my point is, would you want to put a personal opinion like that on a social media platform about one of your heroes? Rohit Sharma, clearly one of the 2 or 3 biggest names in Indian cricket at the moment, right? He represents the country. He's a brand ambassador of the country. He's no less the captain of the Indian cricket team. Oftentimes when they travel to various parts of the world, they're considered as the people representing their country, and he's brought a lot of laurels to the country. Would you want to express a personal opinion like that on a public platform? I'm not too sure. And let's also look at the body shaming part of it. I know oftentimes he invites these kind of memes on social media too, but the man has 3 double hundreds in ODI. No one in the history has that. And why am I pointing that out? Because any player, any athlete at that level will tell you, even for a top level athlete, even for someone like a Virat Kohli, once you get to 100 in an ODI game, it's exhausting. It really takes the energy out of you, and it's not possible for even a top level elite athlete to keep performing at that level. Rohit Sharma has got 3 double hundred. If you were to ask any professional athlete, he'll tell you that this requires some extreme levels of fitness just to be fit enough to be on the crease to get a double hundred. He's got 3, the most by anyone in the history of the sport. So this is in regard to his fitness. So you may look at his body type and pass a personal comment.
Nikhil, I'll just come back to you. Nikhil Nas joining in from Dubai. I'm going to go straight across to Atul Wassan. Thank you for your time. We just put out that reaction from you. Not very happy about these comments. It's upset fans, former cricketers, and just so many people. And Nikhil is with us, talking to us about the great form that Sharma has been in. How do you respond to the apology that has now come in? I wouldn't even say an apology really. She's deleted the comment, but she says, this was my personal opinion, that he's unfit.
Well, yes, but you should have some protocol or some, decency about your post. If you're a spokesperson for a political party, then you should know. But I think this was very inappropriate, and just maybe 2 minutes of fame, because I don't even know who this lady is and in what context she made this comment. But and actually it doesn't really matter to Rohit also, and it's just like some comic relief, because we know what he is, and actually everybody knows what he has done, and we don't need to actually burden the debate about that.
How do you expect the BCCI to step in this matter? Do you expect the BCCI to step in this matter?
No, not really, because, if you jump in and react to everything people say, and maybe because if it was somebody who was relevant, I would have actually thought so, but it doesn't really matter. It's just opinion of someone who's not even, I don't even know about her. So I think it's just overreaction by everybody, just taking notice of what she said.
Politically this is playing out in a big way, but you are not a politician. But I still want to ask you, the BJP says she has to step down as a Congress spokesperson. She can't continue. The Congress has already reprimanded her. They put out a tweet saying that she's been asked to delete her previous tweet. How do you look into this?
I fail to understand why, if she has said it, maybe, because this is the times of everybody's very, very sensitive about what is said out. And but I think if asking for her removal is also overreaction, which is actually quite churlish.
Okay. Interesting. Atul Wassan, I'm going to thank you for joining in and sharing your perspective with us. So no point in asking for her to step down. That is not something that is okay. We should just let this go, is what Atul Wassan has said. Nevertheless, these were comments that shouldn't have been made, but maybe some comic relief for Rohit Sharma, who obviously is not going to be perturbed, is what former cricketers have said. We were just talking about this, and the BCCI is obviously upset about the fact that this comment has been made just ahead of the match. Not the best thing to do, isn't it?
Well, that's right, Sneha, but I don't think the BCCI should be bothered about it. Again, as I said, it's a personal opinion that comes out, and it's a personal opinion that you clearly know is wrong. As I alluded to, those comments earlier, two parts to it. One about the fitness, and I did point out, how he's been match fit. You could have a personal opinion on how he looks on camera. That's another thing. But he's been match fit. He's never been found wanting. He's scoring runs for the team, and that's what you desire from a cricketer, right? So that's the bit about fitness. And the second bit where she points out that, he's the most unimpressive captain, and that actually tells me, and which is one of the reasons why I don't think a lot of our viewers or the BCCI should take things seriously. Because here's a statement saying he's one of the most unimpressive captain. Nothing could be further away from the truth, because he's just led you to a World Cup triumph. Everyone acknowledges that he's probably one of the finest captains that India has had. He's taken his IPL team to 5 IPL titles. It's very, very tough for anyone to do that. Oftentimes we look at each game and we are dissecting each game, each decision that's taken, and that's our day job. We do it on a daily basis, and I've covered cricket while there was Saurav Ganguly as captain, MS Dhoni, and I'd like to put Rohit Sharma at par with these captains because he's tactically very, very sharp. He takes the right decision. He's also a leader, where oftentimes a lot of players that have played under him have spoken about what a great leader he is. So he ticks all the boxes when it comes to captaincy, and then there comes a statement as being the most unimpressive captain. That only tells me that the person who's making a statement is far removed from the sport of cricket and hardly ever watches it. So if this is the context, then should we be taking that statement very seriously? I don't think so. Had it come from a former cricketer who knows his stuff, then I'd be bothered, and then I'd be trying to scrutinize that statement. This comes from someone, and I'm not saying that you have to be a cricketer or a sports journalist to comment on that. Everyone is entitled to pass a comment, whether it's on Indian politics or cricket. Everyone is entitled to do that. But once you know that the person has no clue about the subject, I don't think you need to take that too seriously.